Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live this afternoon for an AFC East clash between two rookie quarterbacks. Hopefully, what will be a long-time rivalry starts today. It's Mac Jones against Zach Wilson in the Meadowlands. The New York Jets hosting the New England Patriots on this Week 2 Sunday afternoon matchup. Glad to have you alongside, everybody. My name is Samuel Reese, and after both of these teams dropped their Week 1 openers, they're looking for bounce-back performances in Week number 2 as we get ready for the kickoff. And sorry, I was a bit rushed in getting this broadcast started, but I think I'm good to go now. We're underway as the New York Jets kick off to the Patriots, and that's a touchback into the back of the end zone. Mac Jones will come onto the field last week against Miami. Not too bad for his first regular season game. 29 of 39, 281 pass yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That was tied for the second most passing yards by, a rookie quarterback in their opener. All right, from the 25, the first play from scrimmage. Mac Jones handing it off. This is Damian Harris, and he spirals through the middle for a pickup of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for New England. Well, the offensive line for the Patriots looks like this. Isaiah Wynn, Michael Onwenu, David Andrews, Shaq Mason, and Yasir Durant. Meanwhile, the skill players include Damian Harris, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Jacoby Myers. And speaking of Myers, he's in motion from right to left. Patriots had the most time of possession in the NFL last week against Miami, nearly 37 minutes. Play action, Jones over the middle completes, and on the turn, it's Kendrick Bourne brought down. That ball came out, and they'll rule him down first, as May picked it up for the New York Jets. Robert Saleh could think of possibly challenging here, as that ball was popped out. Let's see here. Kendrick Bourne clearly wasn't down yet when that ball was stripped out by May. And this could very well be challenged by the New York Jets. Robert Saleh is absolutely furious right now about the decision made by the officials on the field. And the red flag has been thrown, so it appears as though the Jets will challenge the ruling that Kendrick Bourne was down. And looking at a few replays, it certainly looks like that ball came out of the hands of Bourne before he was down. And apparently he didn't throw the challenge flag. I thought he did, but no, he did not. So Robert Saleh, I guess, will wait for another opportunity to use that challenge flag. But that's a big decision by him and the referees for the decision they made on the field. So 1st and 10 it is for New England, as Harris is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. That was Williams making the play for the New York Jets. Here is the defensive lineup for New York. John Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams, Folorenzo Fadakasi, CJ Mosley, Hamza Nasirildin on the defensive line. Bryce Hall, Marcus May, and included in the secondary for the Jets. They did say that Harris picked up a yard. 2nd down and 9. Jones throwing to the sideline. That's Bourne on the catch. Forced out of bounds after about a 3-yard pickup. And make it a 5-yard gain there. I beg your pardon. 3rd down and 4 coming up, and these Jets fans making some noise here at MetLife Stadium. A beautiful afternoon, by the way, in New Jersey. We'll see if the Patriots can convert. They were 11 for 16 on 3rd down last week. Jones drops back, has great protection, and the pass is complete. Over the middle, he connects with James White for a Patriots 1st down. Well, that's great composure in the pocket from Jones. And the pass on the money for James White, the running back who can also get involved in the passing game. Jones, a perfect 3 of 3 for 17 yards early on. All right, here we go on a fresh set of downs. 2 rushes, 3 passes for 22 yards. Bourne's in motion. Play action. Jones looking to throw. It's high, but hauled in. Damian Harris making the catch. Carter there for the immediate tackle. And so that will bring up second down from about the 49-yard line. As I'll just put up the scoreboard here. As I said, I was a little bit rushed in getting this broadcast started, so I apologize on that front. And now here we go. It's second down and 8. That was a 2-yard gain for Damian Harris. And now it's a screen pass, and James White has nowhere to go. It's a loss of a yard on the play, but we do have a flag down as Jones took a pretty impactful hit. And we'll see what the call is. There we go. Yep, it is roughing the passer. First penalty of the game against the New York Jets. And that's a costly one as Mac Jones took a blistering hit to the helmet. That was Lawson committing the penalty for New York. Shaq Lawson, that is, the defensive end. And now for the Jets, it'll be a 15-yard penalty against them. 14 roughing the passer penalties last year for New York. And this sets up first and 10 from the New York 36. 5 wide for the Patriots. Jones in the shotgun formation. Jones over the middle, completes. That's Jacoby Myers to the 30. And second and short on the way. What's going on, Emmerich? Yes, of course I remember you. Of course I remember you, man. Thanks for tuning in. You're from Europe, right? I can't quite remember what country. Is it Germany? I'm sorry if I forgot, but that was CJ Mosley making the tackle for the Jets. Sorry, I meant to say second down and long. Second and 8 is on the way. Jones fakes the pass, hands it off, and that is a loss of 2 on the play. James White taken down in the backfield, and that was a big-time play by the Jets defensive line. A tackle made by Shaq Lawson, who was the guilty one on the roughing the passer penalty. Oh, you're the one from Ghana. That's right. That's right. Yes. Now I remember. That is right. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Third down and 4 for the Patriots. Mac Jones dropping back. The pressure converges, and down he goes. May got to Mac Jones in a hurry, and that is a loss of 7, I believe, on the play. Fourth down and long for New England, and this puts them out of field goal range, surely. Oh, my goodness. Jones has already taken a beating here on the opening drive of the game. And now here on 4th and 14 from the 40, out comes Jake Bailey to punt it away. He averaged 48.7 yards last year on his punts. I appreciate that a lot, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. And so they bring the play clock down, and the punt will land into the hands of Braxton Berrios at the 8-yard line, former Patriot Braxton Berrios for a short stint. It's an AFC East rivalry matchup. And thank you, Mike. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you so much. I'll be back after this quick break. It's Patriots-Jets, no score. The Jets will have the football for the first time tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, after the break. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Out comes Zach Wilson, who last week against Carolina had a 5 passes of 20-plus yards, I should say. And what's going on? Quinn, welcome in. And Quinn, I just saved as a draft an article with my YouTube video of this, my live commentary of the game. So if you want to publish that, go ahead. I was just gonna shoot you a message, but yeah, if you want to publish that, feel free to. As it's 2nd and 2 on the way for the New York Jets. Play action. Wilson over the middle. It's popped in the air and picked off. The New England Patriots intercept. It's J.C. Jackson. How about that? A couple of deflections and Jackson in there to swoop it out of the air. His 17th takeaway since 2019, the most in the NFL. Wow. Yeah, it was a bit of a risky pass up the middle, quite frankly, and that pass intended for Corey Davis, and then getting a hand to it originally was Jackson. Then Devin McCourty, I should say, and J.C. Jackson there to pick it off. So the Patriots offense right back to work from the 35 of New York, and a strong run up the middle for about a 9-yard gain. And the Patriots couldn't have asked for a better start defensively speaking. Oh yeah, that is correct, Quentin. Yep. Yeah, I just saw your message moments ago. Sorry, I've been a bit busy this morning as Mac Jones completed his first 6 pass attempts here. And on 2nd and 1, what will they do? It's a handoff up the middle. Harris trying to push his way forward. Will forward progress get him the first down? Yes, it will. The chains will be moved. But going back to the comments, Emmerich, I know that PSG play Lyon. I won't be able to stream that one, unfortunately. I won't be able to stream that. Sorry about that, man, but I won't be able to do it, unfortunately. You have the Patriots defense and kicker in fantasy. That's good, Mike. That's good. A great start for you then. Here is Jones looking to his left. The pass into the backfield, spinning around is Myers, but he'll lose a yard as the tackle was made on the play by, I believe, that was Michael Carter. Yes, it was. It was Carter. And 2nd down and 11 upcoming. Yeah, Emmerich, sorry, I won't be able to do the PSG Lyon game. I won't be able to. Mac Jones, 7 completions to 5 different receivers thus far. 5 wide for the Patriots. Jones takes the snap, but we got a false start on the play against New England. Yeah, Wilson probably also has the Pats D in fantasy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Wilson was really thinking on that pass. I mean, that was a hospital pass, really, up the middle like that. The false start penalty moves the Patriots 5 yards back. 2nd down and 16. Play action, quick release. The pass is caught and taken to the 28 by Nelson Aguilar. Aguilar, the new Patriot acquired from the Raiders. And once again, the crowd getting loud at MetLife. 3rd down and medium coming up. Jeff Ulbrich is the defensive coordinator for New York. Just over 10 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Sorry, I forgot about the penalty. Yeah, it's 3rd and 14, and that's off the fingertips of Bourne and incomplete. The Patriots, for the 2nd drive, will have to punt. Or actually, this may be within field goal range. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place to start this game. I promise I'll settle in. I was very rushed in getting the stream started, and now, yeah, it is within field goal range. So on 4th and 14, out comes Nick Folk, 3 for 3 last week against Miami. His long coming from 42. This is a 46-yard attempt, and no problem for Nick Folk. It's through the uprights and good. The Patriots strike first in the Meadowlands. 3-0, 4:46 left in the opening quarter of play. Folk converts from 46 yards out. How will the Jets respond? We'll find out next. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Live coverage of week 2 of the 2021 NFL season. Great to have the NFL season underway. Last week was pretty epic. Week 1 that did not disappoint. And now here we are in week 2. Plenty of games currently taking place. I will provide some updates from around the National Football League as the afternoon progresses. Meanwhile, here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, it's 3-0 Patriots in front thanks to Nick Folk's 46-yard field goal. And this kickoff will dribble out of bounds, so that will be a penalty. An uncharacteristic mistake from Nick Folk on the kickoff, and this will put the Jets in pretty decent field position. So that'll start the Jets out from the 40-yard line. They trail 3-0, and it was a short-lived opening drive with that interception by Zach Wilson. And look at this run, a very good start to this drive, a 13-yard pickup on the play. That was Michael Carter. Some good blocking and a nice move to the outside to break free and move the chains for the Jets. Michael Carter, 4th most career rush yards in UNC history. And he was a 2021 fourth-round draft pick. That's a risky pass, and it's picked off again. The Patriots with another interception. Adrian Phillips picks off Wilson, and it's a nightmare start to this game for Zach Wilson. How about that? Through the hands of Corey Davis and into the hands of Adrian Phillips. The Patriots take over 2 interceptions in the opening quarter. How about that? And welcome back, everybody. How about that for a start? Wilson throwing 2 interceptions on the opening 2 drives. This is a screen pass caught by White. He has a couple of blocks. James White across midfield and inside the New York 45. The Patriots wasting no time here on already their 3rd drive of the afternoon. Welcome in to the broadcast, Braulio. Hope you're doing well, man. Great to see you here in the stream. Hope you're doing good as we get ready for 1st down and 10 inside Jets territory. Mac Jones, 8 of 9 for 55 yards already. James White, how about that? 3 receptions for 33 yards. And now this will be handed off to White. He's trying to charge ahead. He'll be stopped at the 40. Well, going back to that Wilson 2nd interception minutes ago, it was, I don't know. I feel like on this play, the throw was a little high. The receiver probably could have done a bit better, but it's still a nightmare start for Wilson. 2 pass attempts, 2 interceptions. He had 3 interceptions all year last season at BYU. Here's 2nd and 5. We have a flag down. The play continues. Jones going to air it out deep downfield, and that's nearly picked off. Incomplete. In coverage there for the New York Jets was Marcus May, as the pass was intended for New England's number 80. I think that was actually Aguilar. Yeah, it was. It was Aguilar, the intended receiver. Aguilar, or it might have been Bourne. I have to check that. As the penalty is called, and we have a penalty against the Jets. So that'll bring up 2nd and 1 on the play. 2nd and short coming for New England. The Patriots trying to take advantage as this is handed off. Damian Harris right up the gut, and it looks like he has enough for a first down, just barely. And he does. So that'll move the chains. 2:20 remaining in the opening quarter of play from MetLife Stadium. First road game for New England. They were home last week in a heartbreaking defeat to the Miami Dolphins. 17-16 the final score in that one. And now here we go. On 1st and 10, it's a flip to White. White back to Jones. Jones connects down the sideline. That's Kendrick. No, it's Aguilar, I should say. Down the sideline. Jonnu Smith. Oh, man. I am mixing up all of the players here in the first quarter. That's Jonnu Smith down the sideline. And how about a little bit of trickery here? A flip to White. White back to Jones. Plenty of space and time to find Jonnu Smith down the left sideline. And now we have an injured New York Jet on the field. And that is Eccles. So Eccles is down. The cornerback injured. We'll take an injury timeout. The Patriots on the move. They have a 3-0 lead. I'll be back right after this break. Late first quarter, and we had an injured Jets player on the field. And thank you, Uncle Jim, for tuning in. There we go. Uncle Jim is in the stream. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I forgot to tell you before the season started, Uncle Jim, that I now stream here on YouTube. But yes, I'm glad I remembered today to send you the link, as this is handed off to James White. And a nice run up the middle for a gain of 7 or 8 to set up 2nd and short. And the Patriots inching closer and closer to the end zone. It'll be 2nd and 3. But yeah, I agree, Uncle Jim. I agree. This drive has to result in a touchdown. Yeah, we can't settle for another field goal here, especially the way this drive has been going. They now have it at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 3. Look at the time of possession. 12.5 minutes for New England. Just 79 seconds for the Jets, and James White will run it in for a Patriots touchdown. A 7-yard rushing touchdown, and New England take a 9-0 lead in the Meadowlands. Well, that was a clinical drive, the 4th carry of the game for White, and really gets into the end zone with no issue whatsoever. Great footwork, great blocking by the offensive line. It's a 6-play, 72-yard scoring drive for New England, and the extra point is knocked through the uprights by Nick Folk, and the lead is 10-0. 2 interceptions from the Patriots off of 2 pass attempts from Zach Wilson is the major storyline thus far. All 10 points for New England have come off of those 2 turnovers. The Patriots flying high here in the opening quarter. I'm back for the final minutes of quarter 1 next. All right, that scoring summary for you. The Patriots, as mentioned, only needed 6 plays, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, driving 72 yards downfield, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run from James White. It's a 10-0 New England lead on a sunny afternoon in New Jersey. 57 seconds to play in the first quarter. Berrios will return it from the goal line. And look at this. Berrios down the right sideline, and he'll make it across the 35 before being pushed out of bounds by Jonathan Jones. That was, I believe, a 38-yard return from Berrios. And how about the start to this game? I mean, Zach Wilson on his only 2 pass attempts of the game, throwing interceptions. The first one picked off by J.C. Jackson. The second interception from Adrian Phillips, and the quarterback comparison is quite contrasting. Mac Jones, 9 of 10, 75 yards. Zach Wilson, on the other hand, no yards, 0 for 2, and 2 interceptions. Here we go on 1st and 10. This time it'll be flipped back for about a 2-yard run by Johnson. Adrian Phillips, who had the interception, making the tackle there. They'll give uh, Ty Johnson, I should say, 3 yards. And maybe one last play before the first quarter comes to an end. Patriots have had 8 first downs this afternoon, just one for the Jets, 64 pass yards from New England, and not a single one yet for Zach Wilson. Motioning to the right is Corey Davis. Johnson's in the backfield. He'll take it. Up the middle he goes, and extending forward just shy of the first down, as that was a tackle by Christian Barmore. Barmore, a rookie for New England, and that will take us to the end of quarter one. 15 minutes played. The Patriots up 10-0. The Jets trying to put their first points on the board. I'll be back after this quick break. We head to the second quarter, a beautiful September afternoon at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. But the home fans haven't had anything to celebrate thus far. The Patriots have won 19 straight games, went leading by 10 or more points after the first quarter. That's the longest active streak in the National Football League. And we'll see if that streak can be extended. 3rd down and 1 for the Jets. A handoff here and just enough for a first down picked up by Johnson. Ty Johnson getting plenty of the touches early on in this game for the Jets, and particularly on this drive, considering the first two were rather quick. 4th carry for Ty Johnson. Matthew Judon, one of the decent amount of new additions of this Patriots team, making the tackle. And so here's a fresh set of downs from the New York 48-yard line. Another handoff, cutting back inside and taken down on the play by Barmore was the running back Johnson again, I believe. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7, a 3-yard pickup that time around. Barmore really wasn't, I don't know how much he was on the field against the Dolphins, but from my recollection, he wasn't out there a whole lot, or at least he wasn't a, that much of an impactful player in the opener, but certainly making his presence felt here early in this game as Wilson will look to throw, has good protection, and has a man wide open down the sideline. And that's hauled in by Elijah Moore for a New York first down. And talk about a must-needed big play as Zach Wilson finally completes a pass, and Elijah Moore down the sideline was left wide open as J.C. Jackson caught in some traffic and lost his man. And New York now on the move here, early second quarter. 27-yard completion that time, and the ball on the 22 of New England, just like that. Here's a pass out wide, and that's Berrios with the 7-yard reception, it appears. The tackle that time made by New England's Kyle Duggar, second-year player out of Lenoir-Rhyne University. He was the first pick by New England in the 2020 draft. Maybe a surprise to many, that selection. Kyle Duggar, who played at Lenoir-Rhyne, a Division II school. Here's second down and 3. In motion is Elijah Moore, and it'll be handed off. To the outside goes Josh Adams, or I beg your pardon, that's Michael Carter. Enough for a first down either way. First and goal coming up for New York. Yeah, a little bit of deception there as Carter took off to the sideline and able to move the chains again. That's his third carry of the afternoon. And then finally, this crowd is engaged. Berrios motions right, 2 receivers on the left side. It's handed off to Michael Carter. Carter trying to push his way through with the help of his O-line. Brought down by Godcho, another new face for this New England team. He was acquired from the Miami Dolphins. Second and goal from the 5 coming up. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, both of these teams fell in their season openers. The Jets to Carolina, the Patriots to Miami. 9th play of the drive, motioning right to left is Corey Davis. Another handoff, and finding a gap and getting to the 2 is Carter. And a crucial third and goal is on the way for the Jets. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to this afternoon's broadcast. Pleased to be covering the Patriots once again this season. 3rd season, in fact. I'm covering Patriots games as a diehard Patriots fan. It only seems right that I do that, and that's a great stop by New England. Lawrence Guy was in there. No gain on the play, and what does Robert Saleh decide to do here on 4th and goal? It looks like he'll play it safe and attempt the chip shot field goal. Yeah, Lawrence Guy made the tackle on the play, and the Patriots at least able to hold and force the Jets to attempt a field goal as Matt Amendola comes out. This is his first career NFL field goal attempt from 21 yards out. A sure chip shot, and he puts it through. That was a bit more nerve-wracking than maybe it should have been. He cut through that one, and it nearly sliced wide, but he slips it through the uprights, and the New York Jets are on the board. Just under 10 minutes to play in the opening half. The Patriots will get the football once again with a 10-3 lead after the break. The New York Jets on the board at last. A field goal from 21 yards out, converted by Amendola. And now we get set for the Patriots offense to return to the field. As Amendola will kick it off, and that will be into the end zone for a touchback. And New England will take it from the 25. Patriots leading by 7. Appreciate all of you tuning in this afternoon, week 2 of the NFL season. And both teams seeking their first win of the season in what should be an interesting AFC East. Especially after what we saw happen last year, of course, the first year in the post-Brady era. The division has truly opened up quite a bit. As Mac Jones is under pressure, spinning around, the ball came out, and the Patriots do recover. Good awareness there by New England's offensive tackle to recover there. I couldn't quite get the number as Jones got spun around, and yeah, that ball came loose, and yeah, that was Yasir Durant recovering the football for New England. So a big time recovery there, but it is a loss of 12 on the play. 2nd and 22 coming up for the Patriots, all the way back to their 13-yard line. Quick pass caught in the backfield, Bourne spinning around and brought down at the 15. What a play there by the New York Jets defense. And that was C.J. Mosley. He's been a good presence for the Jets so far in this game. A couple of nice tackles, and it's 3rd and 19. Only a 3-yard gain on the play. New England need a big play here to extend the drive. 2 receivers lined up to the right side. Jones is looking that way, but he has to concede as the sack from New York will force a 3 and out, and that is Williams making the play for the New York Jets. 4th down and long, and New England's defense, in the blink of an eye, will have to come back onto the field as Jake Bailey will punt it away, and the Jets will have the chance to get in pretty good field position as well. Here is the quick punt by Bailey, and Berrios will opt to return. A nice move, and he'll get to right about midfield. And that's why I mentioned the good field position. The Jets will certainly have it here. 10-3 Patriots in front, but perhaps the momentum starting to shift the way of New York. I'll be back after the break. Welcome back. A 10-3 lead for the New England Patriots over the New York Jets. This game the New York Jets, I should say, at MetLife Stadium, of course, the shared home of both the Jets and the Giants. Perfect conditions weather-wise, and after it was all New England essentially in the first quarter, the Jets were able to put 3 points on the board with a field goal last drive, and now they start this drive from the 49-yard line after a defensive stand. And look at this, a handoff and breaking free all the way inside the 35 of New England is number 23, Tevin Coleman. New York have really been mixing it up in the running game using they've used Coleman, Carter, and Johnson, the three of them getting some touches here. Just one first down in the opening quarter for New York, 4 here in quarter number 2. First and 10 now from the 34 of the Patriots. Another carry. And putting his head down and running up the middle is Coleman. Second and medium on the way. All right, we have our first update for you in the 1 o'clock window of games. The Texans taking on the Browns. And how about Houston trying to pull off a huge upset? Tyrod Taylor with a 15-yard rushing touchdown has put the Texans up 14-7 with 6:31 left in the first half. The Texans did have 160 rush yards last week against Jacksonville, which was top 5 in the league, top 6 in the league, I should say, in rushing yards. So with Tyrod Taylor as their new starter, we're probably going to see them run the ball often all year long. And hey, it looks like it's working right now against Cleveland as they have a surprise 7-point lead over the Browns. We'll continue to keep you posted on that and all of the other games in the early slate of games, as total yards in the first quarter 101-30. In the second quarter, a different story, -16 for the Patriots. And the Jets, meanwhile, are starting to really get into a rhythm. 3rd and 4. Wilson airs it out. That picked off. Another interception for New England. And right when you thought the Jets had some momentum going their way, the New England Patriots pick off Darnold. I keep saying Darnold. Wilson. I keep remembering that ghost game for Darnold against the Patriots. That's why I keep saying it. But this might be even worse. Wow, Wilson throws an interception, the 3rd of the game, and we're still in the second quarter. Unbelievable. J.C. Jackson with the second pick of the afternoon. And yeah, Mike, it's another one. Why? My goodness, I should say. That is just shocking. Wow. So the Patriots will take over after this break. 3 interceptions for Zach Wilson. A horrid first half for the rookie quarterback out of BYU. 3 interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson. Really a nightmare first half performance from him. And so once again, the New England offense takes over, up 10-3 with 5:50 left in the half. This drive will begin from their own 15-yard line, and Jones gonna lob it down the left sideline, and that's hauled in for the catch. Jacoby Myers, what a grab. First down, New England. Well, that throw was just perfect, as for the Jets, it was Javelin Guidry in coverage, and Jones had to put that ball in the perfect place to give Myers a shot at catching it, and he did just that. 1st and 10, that was about a 23-yard completion, and this is handed off, a short gain for Damian Harris. It was a tackle by Hamza Nasirildeen. 2nd down and 8. 5 minutes left in the opening half. New England leading by 7. It's been all about the turnovers by Zach Wilson. 3 interceptions thrown. Completely unexpected, I think it's safe to say. At least I didn't see that coming. Here's Jones, quick pass and a huge hit in the backfield. James White was left helpless, and that was Quinnen Williams with the thundering hit to take down White for a loss on the play. Sorry, Quincy Williams, that was the linebacker. 3rd down and 9. -1 yards on that play. And now this crowd getting back into it. Despite the 3 interceptions thrown by Wilson, this is still a one-possession game as we speak. Big 3rd down for New England. Jones down the sideline. Was Myers held? No. It's an incomplete pass and no penalty on the play. And that time, Guidry gets the last laugh, as New England will have to punt again. The Patriots just haven't been able to consistently take advantage of those turnovers. Once again, Zach Wilson will get another try, with this game still being a 1-score game. First punt return for Berrios was a 6-yard return. This time he calls for the fair catch, and that'll be made at about the 17-yard line. 4:02 left in the half. 10-3 New England, despite 3 interceptions by Zach Wilson. Still a 1-score game, and the Jets have the football. We'll keep it right here. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of this broadcast. So this has been a bit of a strange first half, just because the way, that Wilson has thrown 3 picks, you'd think that the Patriots would be, running away with this game at this point, or pulling away anyways. But that's far from the case. It's still a 10-3 game. The Jets keeping it close. And, look at that. 5 pass attempts, 3 interceptions for Wilson. He had 3 interceptions in the entirety of last season with BYU and over 330 pass attempts. It's just unbelievable. Here's a handoff, and skipping through a tackle and taking it to the 20 for New York was number 23, Tevin Coleman. We do have a flag on the play. And that was actually Michael Carter there on the carry. Doesn't matter, because the penalty's against the Jets. A holding call against George Fant on the offensive line. 3:55 left in the half, and that'll move New York back a bit. 1st down and 18 on the way. And now they're all the way at their own 9-yard line. That's the 3rd penalty of the game against the Jets. Three receivers wide, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. And Wilson going to throw to the right sideline. That's caught by Berrios before falling out of bounds. A gain of 10, and that gives the Jets some breathing room as we enter the final few minutes of quarter number 2 in this AFC East matchup. Second down and 7. So make it an 11-yard reception. Ball on the 20-yard line. Berrios in motion. It's handed off, and about a 4-yard pickup on the play for Michael Carter this time. What's going on, Ayush? Welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well, Ayush. Welcome in to the broadcast. Mike LaFleur is the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. They ranked dead last, the New York offense last season. Of course, a different Jets team that we're talking about this year. Of course, it was Sam Darnold at quarterback last season. Now the rookie Zach Wilson in command. Here we go. Wilson going to throw. It's tipped by Bentley and incomplete. Well, my goodness, that was another near interception. Juwan Bentley getting his right hand to the football. And I'll tell you what, Wilson had to get it out quickly because the pressure was emerging in a hurry. So the Jets will punt away. They go 3 and out. It's been all about the defenses so far for the most part. Yeah, it's been a little while, Ayush. Yeah, I've been extremely busy, with the school year starting, and I've been I actually am a soccer referee now. I got certified as a soccer referee, so I'm basically busy all Saturday with that now. And then my school's games. I commentate my school's sports games, and the fall season got underway a couple weeks ago, so I've been busy with that, but it's been a lot of fun, no doubt about it. Yeah, I got to do my school's football game at Brockton Friday night, and they won 37-7. That was a lot of fun. Very cool experience as well. Because where Brockton they play at Marciano Stadium, which holds about 10,000 fans, which for a high school stadium is just unbelievable. So that was a fun experience, as this is handed off by Jones, and about a 3-yard gain up the middle for Damian Harris, and that takes us down to the 2-minute warning. 10-3, Patriots in front. Back for the final minutes of quarter number 2 after the break. All right, welcome back, everybody. Late second quarter, I should say, as we head into the final 2 minutes of the opening half. 10-3 Patriots lead. It's been a bit of a strange first half, all in all, but we'll see how these final 2 minutes play out as the Patriots have the ball at the 35, second down and 6 after a Damian Harris 4-yard gain. This is handed off to James White. White looking for room, but not much to work with as he'll pick up a yard at most. Third down. Yeah, they'll give him 2, rather. Third down and 4. 29 offensive plays run by the Patriots, 21 for the Jets. The total yards about even. Patriots with 9 first downs, the Jets with 5. New York have had 3 sacks. As Jones will look for protection here. Quick throw over the middle, and he connects. The catch made by Hunter Henry. That's a Patriots first down. The clock continues to tick. 70 seconds remaining in the first half now. Mac Jones, 13 of 15. Quick snap, throw to the sideline, caught again. Nelson Aguilar this time on the receiving end. First down, and he gets out of bounds to pause the clock with a minute left precisely in the second quarter. A reminder that coming up shortly, it is the halftime report. Talk about the first half of this game and get you caught up around the National Football League. Jones, great protection, low throw, caught at the 40 by James White, where he was tagged by Quincy Williams. Patriots quickly to the line. 40 seconds left. Jones. Screen pass. White the catch. Bounces off a tackle, and White for the first down after the handoff by Jones. That's taken all the way to the 30-yard line of New York as White made something out of nothing. And New England will now use a timeout at last with 33 seconds left in the half. So a timeout called by the Patriots, and this should be an interesting final 33 seconds because New England are working nicely here on offense. And a 2-score lead heading into the locker room would be huge. And we'll see what they can do. They still have, keep in mind, 2 timeouts remaining. That was their first one. Bill Belichick waiting to use that first timeout until now. Jones this drive, 4 for 4, 34 yards. Here he is, scrambling to his left. Jones looking for a receiver, but will safely lob it out of bounds. His clock stops with 26 seconds left. Second down and 10 on the way. Remember, the Jets will receive the second half kickoff. The Patriots started this game with the football. And so that's why it's all the more important for the Patriots to get at least some points on the board here, preferably a touchdown, of course. And so here's second and 10. Jones looking to his right, firing to the sideline. Jacoby Myers is there and gets out of bounds to halt the clock with 22 seconds to play. Third down and 2. Ball at the 21-yard line of the Jets. The Patriots still holding on to 2 timeouts, keep in mind. So they've been doing a nice job managing the clock. Jones looking to throw again. He'll step up in the pocket and throws it off of a Jets player. Incomplete. That was Quincy Williams, who Mac Jones kind of just fired at. I don't know what he was really trying to do there. Or no, I guess it didn't hit Williams, but he threw it in the ground, and there's an injured Patriot on the play. We also have a flag down, so a whole lot to decipher here with 17 seconds on the clock. And the injured Patriot appears to be Justin Heron. Justin Heron, I'm not entirely sure about that, but I believe that's the injured Patriot. And yeah, will be intentional grounding. Wow. Man, that's a penalty you can't afford to take if you're Mac Jones. That will require a 10-second runoff. So that'll bring it down to 7 seconds and a loss of a down. So it'll be 4th and 12 with 7 seconds left in the half. And yeah, Justin Heron was the injured Patriot as he walks over to the sideline. We'll see how serious that injury is. And now you'd expect New England to attempt a field goal as Nick Folk is out on the field, ready to try to put the Patriots up by a couple of scores. 1 for 1 on the day. He made one from 46 yards out to put the Patriots on the board back in the first quarter. And will he be able to convert here? Because this will be a long way out. I'll see what the official measurement is. All right, so there was clarification there as to avoid the 10-second runoff, the Patriots actually called a timeout. So there's 17 seconds left in the half. I don't know if the Patriots were forced to do that because that sort of helps the Jets if it will at all. I mean, because it will give them more time to work with if the Patriots miss this 49-yard attempt. So I don't know if that was a forced timeout. I'm not sure how the exact rules work in that case because that kind of benefits the Jets in a way. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If Folk can convert here, that won't be as big of a concern. Time left in the half. 49-yard attempt here from Nick Folk to try to put the Patriots up by 10 again. The kick coming from the right hash. Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and Nick Folk converts. 49 yards out. No problem for Folk. And the lead is 10 again for the New England Patriots. 13-3 now the score. Well, that was converted with ease, really. That would have been good from 59, I would think. Wonderfully executed field goal. 4 seconds came off the clock, so 13 to go in the half. That's the 31st consecutive made field goal by Nick Folk, tied for a team record with Stephen Gostkowski. Of course, Gostkowski, the longtime kicker of the Patriots after Adam Vinatieri up until just a couple seasons ago. And boy, was he a reliable kicker. And Folk is one more field goal away from breaking that record for most consecutive field goals by a Patriots kicker. 31 in a row. Wow. Hello, Shauna. Welcome into the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Quarterback comparison, 17 of 20 is Jones, 142 yards. Wilson just 3 of 7 for 45 yards. And most significantly, those 3 interceptions. All right, Jake Bailey will kick it away. 13-3, Patriots by 10. And that's into the end zone, a touchback, as the Jets will start up from the 25. I would think they'll likely take a knee and just bring us to the break because New York will receive the second half kickoff as previously mentioned. But we'll see what they decide to do. Maybe they do run a couple of plays, but nope, it's not looking like it. The Jets just play it safely. Zach Wilson takes a knee, and that brings us to the interval. Midway through this AFC East Week 2 matchup, it's the New England Patriots leading the New York Jets 13-3. 30 minutes in the books, 30 more to go. The Jets will get ball in the second half. I'll be back very shortly for the halftime report. Definitely an interesting first half of play, as I'll be back shortly for the halftime report. Both teams head to the locker room to regroup. It's a battle between two 0-1 teams, both the Patriots and the Jets seeking their first win of the 2021 season. 3 interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson was the key storyline of those first two quarters, but it's still a game, a 10-point lead for New England at the break. The halftime report is right after this. So stay tuned, everybody. It's the Patriots and the Jets from MetLife. And welcome into the halftime report, everybody. Of course, later on today at 4:25 Eastern Time, the Cowboys will take on the Chargers in LA, and the Titans battle the Seahawks in Seattle. Two great games to look forward to later on in the late window of games. Really an exciting Sunday of NFL action. Every Sunday is entertaining in the National Football League, isn't it? And we've got plenty of games going on right now as well. But yeah, looking ahead to those two later games that I mentioned, I think both games will be good games. I think both games could very well come down to the wire. Stay tuned here on the halftime report because after the break, I'll catch you up with everything going on in the 1 o'clock slate of games. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up next. And welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. An exciting afternoon of NFL action around the country. The Patriots in the game I'm covering, a 13-3 lead over the Jets. But let's get you caught up elsewhere. At Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Raiders lead the Steelers at the half 9-7. Derek Carr throwing for 119 yards. Roethlisberger 122 and an interception. All right, at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's the Texans and the Browns battling it out 14-14, all tied up at the half. Both Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield with 125 yards passing. Taylor an touchdown. Mayfield did throw an interception as well. At Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois, the Bengals taking on the Bears at the half in a low-scoring affair. It's the Bears with a 7-0 lead. Andy Dalton throwing for 56 yards and a touchdown. Burrow 71 yards. At TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's 10-7. Broncos in front of the Jaguars with 2 seconds left in the first half. Teddy Bridgewater, 159 yards and a touchdown. Lawrence, 93 yards and a TD. At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, the Rams have a 10-6 lead over the Colts. They're just underway in quarter three. Stafford, 144 yards. At Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the 49ers have the 7-3 advantage over the Eagles at halftime. Garoppolo, 137 yards and a touchdown. Hurts, 151 yards. Hard Rock Stadium is the destination for the Bills and the Dolphins. 14-0 Buffalo lead with 121 left in the half. And bad news for the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa carted off with what appears to be an arm injury. And Allen, meanwhile, with 55 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in that game. In the game I'm covering between the Patriots and Jets, it's a 13-3 lead for New England at halftime. Mac Jones, 142 yards. Wilson, 45 yards, 3 interceptions. Saints, Panthers in Carolina, 17-0. The Panthers in front. How about Sam Darnold? 216 yards and a touchdown. My goodness, that is a surprise score line in Carolina. So that is your update around the league. And I'm just seeing your comment now, Satva. Thanks for the kind words, man. I appreciate that a lot. What's going on, Ron? Welcome in. Welcome in. Why do you have the sad face emoji in there? As we have a great day of NFL action, and the Raiders in that Raiders-Steelers game, the Raiders defense has been standing tall. They've been impressive. How about the Patriots defense against the Jets? First, an interception by J.C. Jackson on the ensuing drive for the Jets. It would be Adrian Phillips picking off Wilson, and then another pick for J.C. Jackson. 3 interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson, just 45 pass yards. He's 3 of 7. Jones, 17 of 21, 142 pass yards. So Jones getting the better of Wilson. That's about as bad of a first half as Wilson, could have put out. Yeah, that was an abysmal opening 2 quarters. But on the positive side for New York, there's still a whole nother half to play. And, it's still just a 10-point game. So, the Patriots, their offense hasn't necessarily been rocking and rolling. Their offense has been a bit inconsistent throughout the half. So the Jets are still in this game, believe it or not. Obviously, Wilson will need to do a much better job in that second half if the Jets even want a chance of coming back. But all I'm saying is that this game is far from over. A reminder that later on at 4:25 Eastern Time, it'll be the 0-1 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 1-0 LA Chargers from beautiful SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Oh, it's happy tears, Ron. All right, man. All right. Yes, I know it's been a little while. I've been extremely busy with other things in life, but yeah, it has been a while. So great to see you, Ron. I'll be back after a quick break. We're inching closer to the second half kickoff between the Patriots and the Jets. Stay right here, locked in. Welcome back. The Patriots and the Jets from MetLife Stadium, 13-3, New England in front. We are ready to begin the second half momentarily. First half stats: 72 rush yards for the Jets, 45 for New England, 113 pass yards for New England, just 45 for New York. The total yards 158 to 117 in New England's favor, and the turnovers were the key. 3 of them for the Jets, all interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson. Mac Jones, meanwhile, solid first half showing. On the contrary, as mentioned, Zach Wilson with a nightmare first half. It started with 2 interceptions on his first 2 pass attempts of the game. So just not how you want this game to start if you're the New York Jets and if you're Zach Wilson. So we'll see if the Jets can turn it around here in the second half, because as mentioned at halftime, this game is still within reach for the Jets. It's a 10-point game, so it's certainly manageable for the Jets to come back, but obviously their offense will need to step it up, and Wilson will need to take care of the football much better in the air. There's no doubt about that. New York will get the ball to start this third quarter. See if they can use that to their advantage. A lot of low-scoring games around the NFL so far today. I'll continue to keep you posted on the action elsewhere in the NFL around the country as this is returned from deep inside Jets territory by Berrios, and he'll make it to the 22-yard line. So off we go in quarter 3 as New England, despite having those 3 interceptions and despite a solid first half by the defense, there's no doubt about that. I still think the offense is capable of much more. I do. I mean, Jones was solid in that first half, but if they can get into a rhythm, I really think they can put this game to bed. As Wilson scurries to his right, the throw is caught, and that's a big hit from Juwan Williams. The catch was made by wide receiver Elijah Moore, and it brings up second and short as we are off and running here in quarter 3. A 9-yard completion that time around. Wilson 4 of 8 for 54 pass yards. Watch out for Michael Carter. He's run the ball 6 times. That was Elijah Moore's second reception, by the way. Here's a bunch formation from the Jets. It's handed off, and that's a first down for guess who? That would be Ty Johnson this time. He and Carter have been, as well as Coleman, the running backs involved this afternoon. 7th carry for Johnson. And the Jets, for the first time this half, move the chains. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. In the backfield once more is Johnson. This time Wilson holds on. He's under pressure. Wilson trying to make a move. Gets by a defender. The pass is incomplete. That was intended for Croft. It was Lawrence Guy. I thought so. Lawrence Guy nearly able to take down Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson almost lost his balance and then just had to thread the needle with the pass to the sideline. 2nd and 10 now for New York. Wilson now 4 of 9 on the day. Johnson will get the carry. Johnson spinning around across the 40. He'll be about 4 yards short of the first down. Tackled by Lawrence Guy. A flag down on the play. And it's holding against the offense. Guard Greg Van Roten commits the penalty, and that could be crucial in this drive as the Jets will We move back just over 90 seconds into the third quarter of play. This brings up 2nd and 18. Michael Carter in the backfield as Zach Wilson drops back. Wilson now stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to his left. He's going to run with it. Wilson dragged down from behind just across the 35-yard line. Anderson making the tackle for New England, and now we have another penalty. And this time it's holding against the defense. Juwan Williams called for the penalty. What's going on, Ivan? Welcome into the stream. You're a Jets fan. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm a huge Patriots fan. All my Patriots gear happens to be in the wash, so I had to wear an NFL shirt today. I completely messed up in that sense. Because this morning when I woke up, I saw that my stuff was in the wash and didn't have enough time to dry. This is flip back and down goes number 32, Michael Carter. That's Jawan Bentley all over that play. The Patriots defense makes a stop here. 2nd and 13 on a 3-yard loss. And so now we'll see what New York does on 2nd and long. That's the 7th tackle of the day for Jawan Bentley. Meanwhile, over on the Patriots sideline, it looks like Mac Jones is having his leg worked on by an athletic trainer. We'll keep an eye on that and monitor the situation as Wilson will fire the sideline. Low throw is caught and back to his feet and extending the ball out was Elijah Moore. He'll be a yard short of the first down, and another penalty. Flags galore here in the early goings of the second half. And it's a chop block penalty against Michael Carter. So the Jets hurt themselves again with an offensive penalty. Let's see here, a rare chop block penalty call. Let's see. Yep, there's the low block delivered by Carter. Really unnecessary too. And that is a killer for New York as it'll now be 2nd and 28. They're backed up all the way to the 24-yard line. Berrios motioning to the left in the backfield. Wilson has great protection deep down the middle. It's picked off again. 4th interception of the game, and Devin McCourty returning it towards the middle of the field, tripped up at the New York 35, and New England have the football again. Interception number 4, and the nightmare afternoon continues for Zach Wilson. He has more interceptions in this game than he had all of last year at BYU. And that fell right into the breadbasket of Devin McCourty. He was waiting for it to arrive. McCourty says, "Thank you very much," a captain and leader of this Patriots team. And New England take over from the New York 35. The offense back out there. Play action. Jones, low throw, hauled in. It's a 9-yard gain. Nelson Aguilar with the reception. Devin McCourty with his 29th career interception. That's now tied for the 3rd most in team history. Wow. Right when you think it can't possibly get worse for Wilson, it does. Excuse me. Now on 2nd and 1, Damian Harris leaping through a tackle, still going. Oh my goodness, Damian Harris pushing through. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. That was unbelievable. Damian Harris, an absolute beast. 19-7. And is this where the Patriots really run away with the game? It looked like there was nothing going for him. Yes, some poor tackling by the Jets, but Damian Harris just not giving up on the play, helped out by a couple of teammates and eventually pushing. How about Mac Jones getting in there and helping out his teammate? 2 plays, 35 yards, 51 seconds, and the Patriots take a 2-score lead pending the extra point, and that will be no good. Shanked wide by Nick Folk. Well, that came out of nowhere, so it is still a 2-score game. Something to at least keep in mind. 19-3 nonetheless. The Patriots have their largest advantage of the game. 10:24 left in the third quarter. A monstrous touchdown run by Damian Harris. I'll be back after the break. The lead for New England now 19-3, 10:24 to play in the third quarter. And the Patriots taking advantage of a number of poor throws from Zach Wilson that have ultimately led to 4 interceptions. And we're still very early in the second half. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll take it out to the 25-yard line. And we have a penalty marker down here. All right, personal foul against the Jets. That's Michael Carter, who had the penalty for the chop block on the last Jets drive, and He is guilty of a penalty here. Sorry, folks. I am a little bit congested over the last week. I have been I've had a bit of a runny nose, sore throat earlier, but not anymore. That's why I'm able to call games again, because I did have a sore throat earlier in the week, but that's completely gone. Just a bit runny still, as that's a 4-yard gain up the middle for New York. Yeah, and this feels like a drive where the Jets, they have to get in the end zone, I think, because even a field goal, still a 13-point game, and this offense just hasn't been convincing from the Jets because of the poor play of Zach Wilson this afternoon. So here we go on 2nd and 6. It's handed off once more, and a loss on the play. That's a wonderful job by the Patriots defense again. Kyle Duggar taking down Ty Johnson. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Jets. And now New York faces the possibility of a 3-and-out, which is the last thing they can afford at this stage. The Jets 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. What will they be able to do here from the 12? 3 receivers to the left. Wilson under pressure. He escapes. Wilson has a lot of open field, and he'll take off for a 1st down. Before scrambling out of bounds, the closest player to him was Josh Uche, a 2nd-year player out of Michigan. That was good awareness by Wilson. Good decision making as well. So here we go on a fresh set of downs. Wilson to the sideline. That's caught by a leaping Elijah Moore. Knocked out of bounds just short of the 1st down. The Jets trying to work quickly with some rhythm here. That was an 8-yard completion. 2nd down and 2. Bunch formation. In the backfield is Johnson. He'll get it. Johnson finds a gap and puts his head down for an explosive run out to the 47. A 17-yard run from the running back. Ty Johnson. He was nearly taken down by Lawrence Guy, and then Johnson dropped the shoulder, I should say. Couldn't quite catch who it was on the Patriots. That was J.C. Jackson, yeah. I mean, Johnson just put his head down, and Jackson was hit hard on the play. And it looks like perhaps he'll need his helmet to be worked on as he heads off to the sideline. An equipment malfunction, as they'll get a substitute in for Jackson for at least this play. Midway through the 3rd quarter, and Jackson's replacement here will be Adrian Phillips. Ball on the 47-yard line. The Jets trying to enter New England territory. And now the clock will be stopped. I'm not sure what the reason is. All right, there we go. The clock now resumes. And the Jets ready to go. Their 35th offensive play of the afternoon. Handoff it is. And this time, Johnson will get to midfield. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Rookie starting QBs against New England since 2000, so in the Bill Belichick era, have not done well at all. 6-20 record, 54.1 completion percentage, just 196 pass yards per game, 21 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. So rookie quarterbacks against Bill Belichick, well, it doesn't tend to go too well, and that's true today, as Zach Wilson will air it out, incomplete down the sideline. J.C. Jackson in coverage, but now we have a late flag thrown. And could we have a pass interference penalty against New England? We do. Pass interference against J.C. Jackson. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there was a little tug on the shoulder there, as the intended receiver there for the New York Jets was tight end. Or was that? I couldn't even catch the number. I believe that was or no, that was actually Jamison Crowder, I believe, wide receiver. Yep. Yes, indeed, Quinn. Indeed. As this is handed off, nowhere to go. Dante Hightower able to stuff Tevin Coleman at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Zach Wilson has certainly been seeing ghosts. No doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. I mean, some of those passes are just, I don't even know what he's thinking. I don't. Just one pass on 7 plays this drive. It looks like Wilson's going to throw here. He's under pressure. Judon on his tail, but the throw is complete down the sideline and pushed out of bounds after the catch for the Jets. Just short. All right, sorry. About 5 yards away from the first down marker was Ryan Griffin. Griffin, the tight end. Judon was applying the pressure there on Wilson. And now it looks like New England have called their first timeout of the half. So 5:29 to play in quarter 3. 3rd down and 5 for the Jets. After this, the Patriots with a 16-point lead on the road. Welcome back, everybody. Later stages of the third quarter, I should say. 19-3. Patriots leading the Jets. This AFC East matchup on week 2 of the NFL season. Beautiful afternoon in East Rutherford, New Jersey, where MetLife Stadium is located. 5:29 left in the third, and a critical 3rd and 5 here for the Jets from the Patriots. 26. Wilson is in trouble, and down he goes. It's a sack for the Patriots. And there is Davis for New England. Carl Davis, the defensive tackle, able to get to Zach Wilson. And that is a costly sack to take for Wilson and the Jets. Fourth and 14 now, and this will be a long field goal attempt from Matt Amendola. He's 1 for 1 on the day, but his first one was a chip shot from 21. This one way further out, a 53-yard attempt into the air, and no good. It clips off the left upright and ends up wide. And the Jets stay put with 3 points on the scoreboard. The Patriots, meanwhile, will take over in good field position after this short break. Stay tuned. .440 left in the third quarter, 19-3, Patriots in front, and now with the football after the 53-yard field goal was off the left upright and wide. And look at this, a complete pass over the middle. Hunter Henry with a huge reception to open up the drive. A tackle there made by Hall. Hunter Henry, who I believe that was just his third reception of the afternoon, but an important one as it's now at the 25. This is handed off for the first time to J.J. Taylor, and that's a strong run for a pickup of 9. Excuse me. You have a flag down. Looks like, excuse me, a holding penalty against, I believe, the Patriots. I'll check that in a moment. As the clock resumes, under 4 to play in the third quarter now. Yep, it was against New England, so 1st and 18. Jones throwing to the right side. That's caught by Bourne, and he is hit hard by C.J. Mosley. Sorry, that's Jonnu Smith. Nonetheless, that was a pretty big hit delivered by Mosley on the play. And now here comes 2nd down and 15, about a 3-yard gain on that last play. Jones now 20 of 24 for 186 yards. He'll hand it off. Now it's a flip to Bourne. Jones a block. Bourne takes off down the left side, cutting into the middle and picking up 14 yards on the play. Make it 15. It is a 1st down for New England. And boy, was that nicely executed. Mac Jones doing the dirty work. The low block on Shaq Lawson. 1st and 10 from the 15. Mac Jones hands it off. Weaving through for a 2-yard gain is J.J. Taylor. They'll only give him 1. 2nd and 9 is what it will be. And listen to this. The Patriots have scored on 36 straight red zone possessions against the New York Jets. Last season, the Patriots offense ranked 27th in the league. Of course, it's a different story this season. It was Cam Newton at quarterback last year. Mac Jones this year. 2nd and 9. Jones looking to his right, and that's batted it down incomplete. Hunter Henry, the intended target. But nice man-to-man coverage from safety Marcus May. .152 left in the third now. Motioning from left to right is Kendrick Bourne. And now Jones throwing that way. White the catch, but he's throttled down by May in the backfield. No gain on the play. 4th and 9, and the Patriots will likely attempt a field goal. Indeed, out comes Nick Folk for the field goal attempt. He's 2 for 2. He's made field goals from 46 and 49 yards this afternoon. This is about an extra point. In fact, a yard closer, and Nick Folk converts no problem from 32 yards out. The lead for New England is extended to 19. 22-3, the Patriots rolling in the Meadowlands. Back for more after this. Welcome back, everybody. 22-3, the Patriots cruising. Robert Kraft, the chairman and CEO of New England, in attendance tonight. Or I keep saying tonight, this afternoon, as he watches on in delight. 109 now left in the third quarter, and the lead is 19 for New England. This return taken from inside the 5 by Berrios, and he's stood up at the 25. Chase Winovich with an aggressive hit as he met Berrios with a bang. 104 left in the third, and, well, the Jets with plenty of work to do. Zach Wilson, 6 of 12, 67 yards, 4 interceptions. It's been a rough day at the office for him. Play action here. Wilson rolling and firing for a completion. That is caught by Davis for a gain of 3. Well, Zach Wilson, he's tried to go to Corey Davis often in this game, and it hasn't ended up well. Every time he has, it's felt like the three of his interceptions have been passes intended for Corey Davis. 4 targets, 1 reception for 3 yards. That was the first reception for Davis this afternoon. And now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson dropping back in the pocket, has plenty of time, connects with Michael Carter. Carter still on his feet, and he's got a first down and more. Down the sideline he goes, finally pushed out. That is a strong second effort by Michael Carter, and we do have a penalty on the play. Will this be coming back? Let's take a look back at the replay. It was a sweet move on Jawan Bentley. And there is no foul on the play, says the referee. So first down indeed on an impressive run by Michael Carter. And that should bring us down to the end of the third quarter. In all likelihood, it will. As the clock resumes, and that will be it. End of quarter 3. And the New England Patriots lead the New York Jets 22-3. It's a 19-point advantage for New England with 1 more quarter to play. The Patriots seem well on their way to their opening victory of the 2021 season. Final quarter of this one about to get underway. And the lead is comfortable for the Patriots, 22-3. It was 10-3 at one point, 13-3 at the half. And now a 19-point advantage as Wilson's going to air it out deep down the sideline. Incomplete, but now a flag thrown as that pass was intended for Ryan Griffin. And it's pass interference against the offense. Ryan Griffin, who was the intended receiver, committed the OPI, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 20 now. The Jets just shooting themselves in the foot at this stage. So now they're backed up to the 36-yard line. Wilson looking to his left, throwing to the sideline. That's caught. Berrios trying to make a move to the middle, but he's brought down at the 40 by number 26 for New England. That would be Sean Wade. 2nd and 16. Yeah, let me update that. There we go. We are in the 4th quarter at last. 2nd and 16 from the 40 now. Wilson dropping back in the pocket. He has solid protection. The throw is incomplete. Out of bounds as he was looking for Davis. And we have another penalty. It's been flags left and right here in the second half. And it's holding against Matt Judon. So the Patriots this time commit the penalty, 5-yard penalty, and an automatic first down. And so here we go. Wilson buying time. The throw is high off the fingertip of Michael Carter. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Wilson's throws have just been a little bit all over the place today. Another off-target throw. 2nd down on the way. There we go. 2nd and 10. Throw to the backfield. Caught. And taking it forward to the 50, but having the ball popped out was Corey Davis, and the Patriots recover. And now a shoving match going on along the Patriots sideline. Jawan Bentley knocked it loose. And a 5th turnover of the game for the Jets. Let's see the replay here as Corey Davis took it to midfield, and that's a great punch by Jonathan Jones. In fact, it was Jones who punched it out. Barmore was making the tackle, executing the tackle, and then it was actually recovered by Judon, I do believe, but now they've taken it back and said that Davis was down. So I thought they were about to rule it Patriots ball, but apparently they stuck with the possession staying with the Jets. How about that? So 3rd down and 5. I don't know, though. I don't know about that decision. All right, 3rd and 5. Wilson finding a teammate, but not a first down. That is great coverage by J.C. Jackson. The catch made by Elijah Moore, but he was 2 yards short of the chain. And now do the Jets keep their offense out there and go for it? That's the question. It looks like they will. Why not at this stage? Trailing by 19, early fourth quarter. The Jets were 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions last week at Carolina. Will they convert here? Wilson's going to air it out, and that's incomplete. Jonathan Jones got a hand to it. The intended receiver, Braxton Berrios, and a turnover on downs for New York. The Patriots defense has been stifling, to say the least. 12:42 to play, and New England will have the football once more. $12:42 to play, and the Patriots back with the ball. 22-3 they lead. Last week against Miami, Jones threw for 281 yards. And so far in this game, he's been efficient for 179. Jones, quick pass under pressure. That catch made by Jonnu Smith, and he'll push his way forward for a 2-yard pickup. The New England fans in attendance at MetLife certainly enjoying themselves, having a good time. Rightly so. 2nd down and 9. Jones hands it off. Nothing doing for Damian Harris. 3rd and 9. Appreciate you sticking around, Mike, even though it looks like the Patriots are well on their way. to a victory here in week 2 as Jones scrambles to his left. Jones trying to find Hunter Henry, but the option just wasn't there, and it's low and incomplete. So New England will punt. The Jets cling on to at least a slimmer of hope, if that. You can see the frustration from Jones after that last play, as Jake Bailey is now brought out for the punt. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that a lot, Mike. I appreciate that a ton, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, that definitely is helping you out for fantasy, this Patriots defense, and I'm glad you're enjoying the broadcast. Yeah, I am still recovering from just being a bit sick, but so my voice isn't the strongest today, and I have been a bit runny, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying to stay energized, bring the passion that I love to bring to my broadcast, especially for Patriots games and all Boston sports games, as I am a diehard Boston sports fan, being from the area. And that punt will be fair caught at the 17 by Berrios. Reminder that next weekend, and it's an exciting doubleheader of college football action. Boise State takes on Utah State at noon Eastern time. And then at 3:30, it's 7th-ranked Texas A&M against 16th-ranked Arkansas. 11-12 left in the final quarter. Zach Wilson has had a rough go this afternoon. We'll see what he can do on this drive with the New York trailing by 19. Handoff to the outside goes number 32, Carter. No gain, and as he was brought out of bounds. Michael Carter has had a decent amount of touches today. Four turnovers for the Jets. 4 interceptions. 16 of the 22 New England points have been off of turnovers, by the way. Play action now. Wilson backing up, firing, incomplete. Off the hands of Berrios, another pass slightly off the mark. It's 3rd down and 10. A look at the most snaps played by 2021 draft picks last week. The Jets led the league with 357. So even though the season hasn't started out great for New York, Jets fans will at least be hoping that the future is bright, because there are a lot of young players that are the future of this team. On 3rd and 10, Wilson deep down the left sideline. Berrios hauled it in. Was he in play? Yes, he was. They'll give him the 1st down, I do believe. Yep, 1st down and 10. Well, that was impressive, as the Jets will try to hurry up on offense. Yeah, there you go. It looked like he got, well, it was close, but Jets will try to hurry up. They get the snap off before any challenge can occur. That's Johnson with the 3 or 4 yard gain. 10 minutes remaining now. Second down and 6 as Barmore heads to the sideline for New England. 2 receivers to the left, and now Berrios in motion. This is handed off to the 48 of New England goes Michael Carter. It'll now be 3rd down and 2. But some precious time keeps ticking away for this Jets team, who trailed 22-3. On 3rd and short, it's handed off, and there's Carter making some room and taking off down the left side across the 35 of New England goes Carter before he was ultimately brought down by Jones. We have another update for you around the NFL. How about that Vegas-Pittsburgh game? Najee Harris with a 25-yard touchdown reception. It's 26-24, Vegas by 2 with 11:14 to go in the game. We'll keep you posted on that exciting matchup at Heinz Field. This pass underneath, collected by number 86, and that would be the Jets' tight end, Ryan Griffin. He's been really the only tight end target this afternoon. 2nd and 5. New York hurry up at the 29 of New England. This time it's a carry to the outside, and for a 1st down goes Michael Carter before scurrying out of bounds. 1st and 10, and this is better from the Jets offense. They enter the red zone. Sorry, I said 26-24 in that Vegas-Pittsburgh game. I meant to say 16-14. I apologize. Nonetheless, it is a 2-point game. We're midway through the fourth quarter here in this one. 7:30 remaining. Berrios motioning left. 3 receivers out on that side. Ty Johnson accompanying Wilson. And Wilson, watch out. He gets the throw away. It's low and incomplete as he was seeking out Elijah Moore. But my goodness, Wilson was being charged at here from the outside by Kyle Duggar. Or was that Duggar? Yes, it was. Nope, that was Jawan Williams. That was 33, not 23. And Wilson had no choice but to get that ball out quickly. He sensed the pressure arriving, and now it's 2nd and 10. 3 receivers bunched on the left side. It's handed off up the middle. It'll be a couple of yards picked up by Ty Johnson. Third and 8. Johnson will head to the sideline for the Jets. Not sure if there's an injury there or what. Keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, New York break the huddle. 3rd and 8 coming up. Five wide for the Jets. Wilson dropping back. Pressure from behind. He's dragged down for the sack. Matt Judon tracked him down. We do have a penalty in the backfield. It could be against New England. Let's see. Nope, it's against the offense, holding against number 76. That would be Fant. So Fant, the guilty one here. So the penalties declined, and a field goal attempt will be forthcoming from the Jets. And so here's Matt Amendola, 1 for 2. He made a 21-yard field goal attempt, missed from 53 yards out. This will be a chip shot attempt, in all likelihood, 35 yards out. The kick is up through the middle by Matt Amendola. So the Jets, for the first time since the opening quarter, are on the board. 22-6. The Patriots still with a comfortable lead. I'll be back for more in a moment. 22-6. The Patriots lead is now 16. Back to a 2-score game, but not much time left for the Jets to mount a comeback as Jets fans watch on in disappointment, really. It's been a rough afternoon for Zach Wilson and this offense. 6:11 to play. Amendola kicks it off, and this will be returned from inside the 5, and giving himself up across the 20 on that return was that Devin McCourty? Yeah, that was Devin McCourty. Unless there's somehow another number 32, that was McCourty on the return. I thought that was crazy for a moment, but no, that was him. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I agree, Quinn. I agree 100%. Yeah, I think, even Jets fans, yeah, they expected a loss, but as you say, not in this fashion. I don't think they expected a like this poor of a performance. I certainly didn't. I mean, I knew New England would come out hungry for a win, but I thought it would be much more competitive than this. I did. We got another update in that Las Vegas Pittsburgh game. The Raiders have just scored again, a 61-yard touchdown reception for Henry Ruggs. It's now 23-14. Vegas in front. They had 491 total yards last week against Baltimore, the most in the NFL, and they're trying to win on the road against Pittsburgh. Mac Jones over the middle, and it's deflected there. Getting a hand to it was Mosley. Intended for Myers, 3rd down and 9. $5:23 to play. It's obviously a big mountain to climb for the Jets. If they can make a stop here and force the Patriots to go 3 and out, then we'll see. But the fact that they haven't got a touchdown yet this afternoon is certainly, not optimistic for their comeback chances, as that pass to the sideline off the hands of Bourne, incomplete, 4th down and 9, and the Patriots will indeed go 3 and out. Bourne was locked down there by Lamar Jackson. There is another Lamar Jackson in the league, not just the quarterback of the Ravens. A cornerback of the Jets also has the same exact name. So on 4th and 9, out comes Jake Bailey. This is actually his 5th punt of the game. You wouldn't think he's had to punt that many times, considering the score. It's been just kind of a strange game overall. And this will be a fair catch called for at the last second by Berrios, who hauls it in at the 18. 5:11 left. In the last 10 meetings, this matchup between the Patriots and Jets completely lopsided. 10 wins for New England, nearly 30 points a game, just 11 for the Jets. 382 yards per game for the Patriots, 274 for New York, and just 5 turnovers for New England, 23 for New York. The last win for the Jets against the Patriots came all the way back in 2015, 6 years ago. I mean, this series has been completely lopsided over the past 10 meetings, not even close. The last September win for the Jets, by the way, 2018 against Detroit. That is a remarkable stat. That sidearm throw in the ground from Wilson, 2nd and 10. A lot of great games elsewhere taking place. I'll see, but I might be able to provide some bonus coverage for you guys tuning in. We'll see. Here we are on 2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock down to 2. Here's the snap. Wilson Underneath, connects, and there's a tackle at the 25 made by Jonathan Jones. The catch hauled in by Ryan Griffin. Or no, that was actually Tyler Croft, his first reception. Here we go, 3rd and 2. The Jets working quickly. This is deep down the sideline, incomplete. Jawan Williams got a hand to it. The intended receiver, Elijah Moore. Well, wonderful coverage. Jawan Williams had it read the entire way. And up comes 4th down and short. Do the Jets just say, what the heck, let's go for it? 4:39 to play now. 22-6 the lead for New England. And yep, the offense for New York staying out there on 4th and 2. More like 4th and 3, really, from the 25. Their own 25, that is. Wilson moving to his left. Wilson running out of time. It's high and incomplete over the hands of Berrios. And that sums up Zach Wilson's afternoon. A turnover on downs for the second time today. And the Patriots will take over possession at the Jets' 25-yard line. Josh Uche eventually forced the throw out of Wilson. And, well, Bill Belichick has to be pleased with this defensive effort from New England. They've been lights out. Jones handing it off. I'm sure I'll be saying that a few more times. Damian Harris up the gut for a gain of 5. A reminder that coming up next, we got 2 great matchups. The Cowboys at the Chargers out in LA, and then up in the Pacific Northwest, the Titans battle the Seahawks. Those are some enticing matchups coming up, both AFC versus NFC encounters. Here's 2nd and 5. Under 4 minutes to play. Another carry for Harris. This time it's a loss of 2. Tackle in the backfield by Hall. Third and 7 as the clock continues to wind down. 3.5 to play. Two receivers lined up to the left side, and Jones handed it off. Oh my goodness. And it's taken to the 9-yard line by Damian Harris. Even I got fooled there. It looked like a sure sack as Jones was tackled almost immediately after the snap, but somehow he was able to get it to Harris a split second before. And we do have a flag down. It's getting a little bit chippy out there. Well, that was wild, folks. That was wild. Yeah, Marcus May committing the penalty. A horse collar tackle. Let's see what happened here. Oh, my goodness. That wasn't even like a normal handoff. That was almost a little toss from Jones. Very risky, quite frankly, but in the end, it all went smooth. And now with the horse collar penalty, the Patriots will have even more of an advantage because that run was taken all the way to about the 10-yard line. It'll be half the distance. So 1st and goal from the 5 for the Patriots. And here it goes to Harris once more. That's about a 3 or 4 yard pickup. I still can't get over that handoff to Harris. I mean, I don't even know if it was advertent or if it was intentional or what. I think Jones was trying to do what he did. He kind of just flipped it off, flipped it over to Harris, I should say. As second and goal is on the way, and clobbered in the backfield is Harris. Third and goal coming up, and it looks like now the Jets will use their second timeout of the half. One more remaining. 2:22 to play, and it'll be a day to forget for Zach Wilson and, quite frankly, this whole Jets team. Robert Saleh, first year in charge of the New York Jets, the former defensive coordinator of the 49ers, still awaiting his first career win as a head coach. All right, third and goal from the 3. Jakob Johnson, the fullback, is in the backfield. Here's Harris, nowhere to go. That's a loss. A tackle there made by Shaq Lawson. And, I don't know why Lawson's celebrating like he won the Super Bowl. I'll never understand players pounding their chest and celebrating like crazy when, you're trailing by 16 with 2 minutes to go, for example. 2-minute warning it is. I'll be back for the end in a moment. All right, we head to the final 2 minutes, and the Patriots well on their way to their first victory of the season. And this was a game where the Patriots had to win. Anything short of that, and it would have been a true, for the Boston sports media, it would have been a true implosion. Quite frankly, it would have been a disastrous had this game gone the other way. But to the credit of the Patriots, they've taken care of business today, and the 26-yard field goal converted by Folk. It's a 25-6 New England lead. 19-point advantage with $1:57 to go. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of the broadcast. It would have been a field day for you. Yes, exactly, Quinn. Exactly. Yeah, no, it was you know, it wasn't a boring game, but the Patriots just took care of business, and I wasn't expecting Wilson to throw four interceptions, two on his first two pass attempts, and even in that first half, the Patriots offense was kind of I don't know. They weren't really taking full advantage of those turnovers, but in the end, comfortable victory, and we move on to next week against New Orleans, which should be an interesting test. And then, of course, the big one the week after that, when the Buccaneers come to town. That's gonna be something. All right, so one last possession perhaps for the Jets. Minute 57 left. A touchback as the drive will start from the 25-yard line. Well, this might be not be a close game, but we got a lot of other close games elsewhere in the NFL. Some exciting endings on tap, perhaps. Just looking at the scores on the ticker. Here is Wilson throwing to the left sideline. Barrios makes the catch, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Second and 4. Barrios 5 receptions, 55 yards. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Barrios was on the Patriots for a very short stint. Now on second and 4, Wilson has good protection. The throw is high and out of bounds. Third down coming up. Clock stopped with a minute 48 to go. And I can confirm I will be bringing you bonus coverage coming up when this game concludes. And it'll be Las Vegas against Pittsburgh. The Raiders currently have a 23-14 lead with 3:47 to go. So that's the game that I'll be heading to for some bonus coverage once this game goes final. So stick around for that if you please. Here we go on 3rd and 4 from the 31. Wilson in trouble. Spiral down. It's another sack. And that is Josh Uche. He's had a nice afternoon. 4th down and long coming up after a significant loss of yardage on the play. And the Jets once again will keep their offense out there. They won't even bother using that final timeout. 4th and 15 to be precise. The ball back at the 20-yard line. Wilson gonna air it out deep down the sideline. The catch is made. And how about that? A 4th and 15 conversion. That's Jeff Smith. Who? Yeah, Jeff Smith makes his first reception of the game. That was really out of nowhere. And so the drive continues. He did get out of bounds. 58 seconds left. Ball at the 45 of New England. Zach Wilson under pressure again. It's another sack. And look who it is once more. That would be Josh Uche. Man, is he having a fun time out there. He's got to catch his breath. He's going 100 miles an hour as the Jets will call their final timeout. 2nd and 15. 43 seconds on the clock. And look at the quarterback comparison. 22 of 30 is Jones for 186 yards. Wilson, 16 of 30 for 180 yards, actually. But, of course, the key stat line, 4 interceptions for Wilson, none for Mac Jones. It's crazy, though, how Wilson's had nearly as many yards as Jones, despite the 4 picks thrown. So here we go on 2nd and 15. The ball at midfield after another sack by Uche. Wilson has some time, throws wide left. Berrios the catch. He gets out of bounds with 38 seconds left. So 6-yard reception. The slow starts in New York, well, they've been common throughout the past 5 years. 2017, both the Giants and Jets started 0-2. Same can be said for 2019, 2020, and now here in 2021. Giants have started 0-2 in each of the past 5 years. But there was that one year, 2018, when the Jets started 1-1. But yeah, slow starts in New York, nothing new, as that's a short pass complete and a nice first down picked up by Michael Carter. The clock continues to tick down, though. First down and 10, 23 seconds left. The ball at the 32 of New England. Wilson buying time underneath, completes to Berrios. That's another first down, and that will end the game. No more time is left to run another play. That is it. The New England Patriots go into MetLife and take care of business. 25-6. Your final score. The Patriots 1-1 on the season now. The Jets drop to an 0-2 start for the 3rd consecutive season. 4 interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson. That was the big storyline regarding this afternoon. The 2 rookie quarterbacks, Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, embrace a good moment there, and hopefully a healthy rivalry that will last a long time. Jones and Wilson in this AFC East division. All right, I promised some bonus coverage. I'm going to get you some momentarily. Just looking at some stats, Jones finished 22 of 30 for 186 yards. Wilson actually finished with 210 yards despite the 4 interceptions. No touchdowns for either quarterback, though. And so, yeah, the bonus coverage coming up is Raiders and Steelers. They are at the 2-minute warning, so I will get you that bonus coverage momentarily. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning into the broadcast. Stick around if you want that bonus coverage. Going to get you to the final 2 minutes of that game between the Steelers and the Raiders, and it should be an exciting ending. Since the last time I gave you an update on that game, the Steelers did get a field goal, so it's now a 6-point game, 23-17, the score of that one. And so I will just get up the scoreboard graphics for some bonus coverage and get you out to Heinz Field momentarily. As I mentioned, they are currently at the 2-minute warning. And yeah, great win for the Patriots. No doubt about it. Great win for New England. And all right, let's get out to Pittsburgh. Here we go. They're out of the 2-minute warning now as we speak. 6-point ball game. And the Raiders trying to hold on for a road win. The Steelers at home trailing 23-17. Both of these teams want to know. The Raiders had that thrilling victory on Monday Night Football in OT against the Ravens. And here we go as the Raiders will try to make this the final possession of the game. That's a short pickup on the carry. And the Steelers quick to use a timeout. I meant the Steelers quick to use a timeout. Sorry about that. There we go. Got the score graphic up and running. 2nd down and 8. The Steelers have one more timeout now. And just a recap of this game, as it is some bonus coverage for you. 281 total yards in the second half for Vegas. One turnover from the Steelers, one turnover on downs as well. Derek Carr, 382 pass yards, a pair of touchdowns. Roethlisberger has gone for 284, a touchdown and an interception. So that's how this game is played out. Oh, sorry, Pittsburgh have no timeouts left. I beg your pardon. That was their final one. The Raiders have two more. They'll probably won't need it. Another handoff. That's a 4-yard pickup for Barber. 3rd and medium. And remember, the Steelers out of timeouts. So the Raiders will try to use about every second of the play clock they can. 3rd and 6 coming up. And so they break the huddle eventually. This will be 3rd and 6 with the snap coming at 1:11 left in the fourth. They really brought that clock down. It's another carry for Barber. Not enough for a first down, however. Just 2 yards gained on the play. Derek Carr with 817 pass yards in 2 games this season. As breaks the record for the most by a Raiders quarterback in a 2-game span in franchise history. So how about that? Carr has been lighting it up to open up this 2021 season. And now the Raiders will bring the play clock down to 1 and then call a timeout. And there it is. So the timeout comes with 24 seconds left in the game. The Raiders will punt, but the Steelers with no timeouts and needing a touchdown in quite a dire situation. We'll see what Pittsburgh can do. 24 seconds on the clock, and the Raiders special teams unit will come out. We'll see. Oh, actually, they're within field goal range. Yeah, they are. Sorry, they are in field goal range. Yep. So Daniel Carlson will actually attempt a 45-yard field goal attempt. He's 3 for 3 on the day, and this would put the game to bed. Can Carlson clinch the victory for the Raiders? The kick is up. It's looking good, and it is good. Daniel Carlson puts this game away, 26-17. The Raiders retake a 2-possession lead with 20 seconds to go. A smile on the face of John Gruden. And how about the start to the season for Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders? Yeah, the Eagles lost. I saw that, Karam. Yep. 49ers beat the Eagles. Yep, I know you're pleased to see that as a Cowboys fan. We'll see how Dallas does, though, against the Chargers, Karam, in about 17 minutes now. Should be a good game. Derek Carr, 28 of 37, 382 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was magnificent. It's all smiles for the Raiders, who made the East Coast trip and will improve to 2-0 on the season. As the Steelers fans who haven't already starting to file for the exits. Carlson will kick it off. For those of you just tuning in, this is bonus coverage of the Raiders and Steelers after the Patriots defeated the Jets with ease. It was a comfortable victory for New England. So here's the kickoff by Carlson. High into the air and beyond the end zone for a touchback. "20 seconds left, and Ben Roethlisberger retakes the field. The Steelers will drop to 1-1 at this point of the game. It's no matter what happens, it's only going to be worth the consolation prize for the Steelers. The Raiders only have 4 guys at the line of scrimmage as Roethlisberger throws short over the middle. And that tackle made inbounds by Abram. And that will run out the clock. It looks like the receiver is injured as well. They'll actually stop the clock with 5 seconds left due to the injury. Couldn't quite catch who made the play for Pittsburgh. That's it. They'll run out the clock, so that will do it. I think it was Deontay Johnson on the reception who was the injured player. So that'll be it. The Las Vegas Raiders defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-17 the score. And talk about a nice start to the season for the Raiders. They win on the road. Hope you guys enjoyed some bonus coverage there, as that will conclude my broadcast. Great win for the New England Patriots this afternoon, 25-6 over the New York Jets. Thanks everyone for tuning in this afternoon. I'll see you guys next time. I'm Samuel Reese signing off, saying so long, everybody. Bye for now.